Welcome to Race Crash Series 5 on topic States of Matter 2. Most expected questions are there in this. Let us see. The first question. Let the most probable velocity of hydrogen molecules at temperature T degrees Celsius be V0. When the temperature is raised to 2T plus 273 degrees Celsius, the new RMS velocity is. Condition is suppose all the molecules dissociates into atoms at later temperature, means second temperature. Okay, these are the different options we have. Let us see how can we crack it. See, we have average velocity. They are given the average velocity of hydrogen molecules given as V0. That average velocity of hydrogen molecules given as V0, that is at T degrees Celsius, means actual average velocity formula V0 is equals to 2RT by M. And here the temperature in Kelvin should be equals to T plus the 273 will be there. So T degrees they are given, we converted. And moreover, molar mass of hydrogen is 2. Substitute these two things in this, we will get square root of 2 into R into temperature is T plus 273 divided by 2. 2 get cancels. Finally, what we will get from it is nothing but the square root of R into T plus 273. So this is V0 value. Let it be. And we have one more thing they have given for hydrogen atoms. That means hydrogen molecule is converted into hydrogen atoms at a temperature that is T Kelvin is equals to 2T plus 273 degrees Celsius given. Means we have to convert this one into Kelvins, then T temperature in Kelvin will be equals to, that is 2T plus 273 plus again one more 273 as per our formula. So what is a common thing here is 2 into T plus 273. So temperature is 273 and molar mass of hydrogen atoms is 1. So now what is the RMS velocity? What is RMS velocity of these hydrogen atoms? RMS velocity is equals to square root of 3RT by M. So anyway, molar mass of hydrogen atom is 1. So R value, T value we have to substitute, that is square root of 3 into R into the T value, temperature is 2 into T plus 273. Okay, so this can be written as square root of 6R into T plus 273. But one thing we know that root 6 separately, if you write root 6 into square root of R into 273, T plus 273. Suppose if you write this one as square root of R into T plus 273 means this will become equals to V0 only. So therefore what is RMS velocity formula? Equals to root 6 into V0. So let us see what is the right option for this question. So which we got is equals to root 6 V0. So B is the right option for this question. Okay. Let us move to the next question. The relative humidity of air is 80% at 27 degrees Celsius. If the aqueous tension at the same temperature is 27 millimeter Hg, the partial pressure of water vapor in air will be, okay, we'll see. See, the percentage of relative humidity is equals to partial pressure of vapor in air into 100 by aqueous tension. They are asking us to find this partial pressure of vapor in air from the expression. They are given the percentage is 80 and partial pressure of vapor is pH2 into 100 by aqueous tension they are given as 27. So what is partial pressure of vapor in air? That is equals to 27 into 8 by 10. 27 into 8 by 10. So you can easily say it is 6.5. So 216 by 10, that is 21.6 is the answer for this one. So it indicates what is the right answer for this question is 21.6. A is the right option for this question. Let us move to the next one. At constant volume and temperature conditions, the rate of diffusion dA and dB of gases A and B having densities rho A and rho B are related by the expression. So these are the different kinds of expressions. They are given power 1 by 2 also, and we have to give the relation between dA and dB. So we have to get dA in terms of dB and rho A rho B's. Okay, let us see. So they have given a relative density, relative rate of diffusion of gas A is dA. Actually, it is inversely proportional to its square root of its density rho A. Similarly, the relative rate of diffusion of B gas will be inversely proportional to its square root of its density rho B. Then from these two expressions we can find what is dA by dB. What is dA by dB? dA by dB is equals to square root of rho B by rho A, which can also be written as rho B by rho A whole power 1 by 2, because root is nothing but whole power 1 by 2. Then we can find what is dA from it. dA is nothing but which is equals to dB into this rho A by rho B by rho A whole power 1 by 2. Okay, so this is the expression. We have to check it in the options. So this expression dA is equals to dB into rho B by rho A, which is matches with our option number D. So D is the right option for this question. Let us see the next question. The molecular velocities of two gases at the same temperature are U1 and U2, and their masses are M1, M2 respectively. Which of the following expressions are correct? So we have the division between M1, U1, product of M1, V1, M1, U1, M1, U2 are there. So we have to find the relation between these parameters. Let us see. We know that molecular velocity U1, if you take that U1 molecular velocities are inversely proportional to their square root of their molar masses and masses. So if you take molar mass is M1, so square root of M1 is inversely proportional to U1. Similarly, what is U2? U2 will become directly proportional to 1 by root M2. So if you find what is U1 by U2, then you will get square root of M2 by M1. So if you squaring both sides, what you will get is U1 square by U2 square, that is equals to M2 by M1. Upon cross multiplication, you will get M1 U1 square is equals to M2 U2 square. So we got this is the relation. So we'll check the options. Now if you check these options, this option D is matching with our explanation. So D is the right answer for this question. It is the value of van der Waals constant A for gases O2, N2, NH3, CH4 are given 1.36, 1.39, 4.17, 2.253 liters square atmosphere per mole square respectively. The gas which can most easily be liquefied. Let us see here. The one thing is very clear that van der Waals constant A corresponds to the critical temperature values. So more is the critical temperature, more is the A value, more is the critical temperature, easily the gas can be liquefied. So among all these things we have, The ammonia gas, if you see, they are given 4.17 A value, indicates that its critical temperature will be more and it can be easily liquefied. So option C is the right option for this question. Next question. Same mass of methane hydrogen is taken in a container. The partial pressure caused by hydrogen is, we have 4 options are there. Okay, let us see how we will solve it. Here they have taken 2 gases. One gas is methane, another gas is hydrogen. Their masses are same, assume x grams, x grams. Want to find the moles, so moles is nothing but x by the molar mass of methane is 16 and number of moles of hydrogen x by 2. So what is the total number of moles? Total number of moles will be equals to x by 16 plus x by 2. Okay, this is total number of moles. So what is the LCM for this is 16. So it is x plus 8 x plus 8x. So we got it is 9x by 16. Okay. Now we have to find what is the partial pressure of hydrogen. Actually, according to Dalton's law, what is partial pressure? Concepts: partial pressure is equals to the mole fraction of the gas into total pressure. Assuming total pressure is 1 atmosphere, so then mole fraction of hydrogen will be, from this discussion, is x by 2 divided by 9x by 16. So x got cancelled. So it will be 1 by 2 into 16 by 9. Okay. So this is 16 by 8 by 9. We got the answer 8 by 9. That means what is the mole fraction of hydrogen? That is 8 by 9 into total pressure is only 1 atmosphere. Then it will be 8 by 9 is the answer for it. So what is the right answer for this one is option A. See the next question. Which one of the following volume temperature plots represents the behavior of 1 mole of ideal gas at 1 atmosphere pressure? So we have different graphical representations are there. Along y-axis they have taken volume and temperature on the x-axis. One thing they are telling that pressure is constant. So what is the relation between this? We'll check it out. So the relation between volume and temperature is directly proportionality. So if we use the formula V1 by T1 is equals to V2 by T2, you can easily find what is the volume. Here V1 22.4, temperature is 273. And the temperature rises to 373 here in the graphical representation shown. I have to find V2. So V2 is equals to 373 into 22.4 divided by 273. Upon simplification, we got 30.6 liters. So we'll check the options in the graphical representation where we got 30.6 on the graphical representations. That is the right answer. So C, option C is the right answer for this question. Move on next question. The densities of 2 gases are in the ratio 1:2 and their temperatures are in the ratio 2:1. Then the ratio of the respective pressures are, okay. See the relation between pressure, density and temperatures. Pressure, density, temperature is directly proportional to product of the densities, density and temperature. So if the 2 conditions are there, P1 proportional to D1 T1 and P2 proportional to D2 T2. Okay, want to find what is P1 by P2, then that will become equals to D1 by D2, D1 T1 by D2 T2. But what they given in the problem is the ratio between the densities is 1:2 and ratio of temperatures is 2:1. So 2 by 1. So if I substitute here in this, then it will be 1 by 2 into 2 by 1. Then we got 1. So So therefore, what is the ratio of their pressures is 1:1. So this is the answer for the question. So 1:1. First option is the right option for the question. See the next one. Which curve in figure represents the curve of ideal gas? So we have A, B, C, D, E, different curves are there, but one is there in this which is straight line, which is parallel to x-axis, that is B. So PV versus P curve, which is following the ideal behavior. That means B only the gas which is behaving like ideal gas. So B is the answer. B only gas. A option is the right option. Next question. The ratio of Boyle's temperature and critical temperature for the gas is. Let us see. The Boyle's temperature formula is TB is equals to, with related with van der Waals constants, A by RB. And similarly, the critical temperature value is, according to this van der Waals solutions, 8A by 27 RB. They are asking the ratio between this Boyle's temperature to that of critical temperature. So TB by TC if you find, then that will be the answer. 8 by A by RB divided by 8A by 27 RB will become 27 RB divided by 8A. So then A will get cancelled, RB will get cancelled. After that we will get 27 by 8. So the ratio is 27 by 8. So which is the right answer is B option is the right option for this question. Okay. Hope you understand this session. In this session we have discussed different questions. We will meet in the next session, that is race crash series number 6 shortly. Okay. Thank you.